Both are same?
No, sir, it's
Different.
yes. The project is design of CPU microcontrollers. Our block consists of the total of 9 modules in the CPU, sir. Whatever the instruction I am getting from the ROM is taken into the instruction register. In the instruction register, it holds the instruction as long as it is being executed in the whole CPU cycle. So from there it is given to the instruction decoder to notify whether it is a single cycle or 2 cycle. Single cycle means it gets operated in 2 clock cycles, you can say. 2 clock cycles. So after it's determining whether it is 1 or 2, then it goes to the final state machine. The state machine tells whether it have to operate it in state 1 or state 2. State 1 is completely in 1 clock cycle, and state 2 means for the both clock 1 and single cycle and 2 instruction cycles. The control cycle, it gives all the control signals to be done in the CPUs. Control units, like control signals such as what are the flags to be generated, when the prefetch should be high so as it can get the next instruction to be loaded into the instruction register. So all the control signals are given in the control unit. So my operands are AIN and BIN, then doing the logical operations such as AND or XOR whatever. Then my ALU output is taken back into the control so that it can generate the controls. Suppose that I got an interrupt in between my operation, then my address is stored into the stack. My address of next instruction is stored onto the stack. So after the execution of the interrupt, then the return is given in the same stack. So after the return, it gets back into my original program. All the operation is done in the stack. Yeah? And the RAM stores the program data. It also is given back into the input to the control unit. So for the whole control unit, for the whole CPU, we are getting the instruction, then getting the logical operation to be done. What are the control signals? I'm getting the output. That's it. And 10 nanoseconds clock is generated, and it can be operated in 100 megahertz and also above. Can I? Thank you.
So you might have known about the World Trade Center crash that happened in 9/11, sir. What exactly happened is, sir, terrorists have sent some information. It can't be done through mails, no, sir. Mails through a phone call. So what have they done is they've sent the image, they've sent the text that they have to crash the World Trade Center through embedding that text into an image, sir. That is called steganography, sir. Embedding something under something is steganography, sir. So what exactly happened in World Trade Center crashes? They've sent it through an image, sir. The text is been hidden under an image and it has been sent, sir. That is image steganography, sir. Our product is audio steganography, sir. Embedding information in audio signals, sir. So we are embedding ciphertext, sir. So if someone, what exactly happens is we are converting the text into ciphertext, sir. It's an unreadable format, sir. So once it's converted to unreadable format, the third person can't know what is my text, sir. Only the sender and the receiver will be able to know what is the text exactly. I'll be inserting a key, sir. So if the third person knows what is the key, he'll be able to retrieve the text, sir. Else it can't be hacked, sir. So I embed this ciphertext in an audio signal, sir. So the technique I use is LSB algorithm, sir. So what happens exactly is the main text that I want to send is being converted into ASCII format, sir. So the ASCII format goes like this, and this is the text I want to embed into the audio file, sir. So my technique is LSB algorithm, least significant bit algorithm. So I take the 0, I put it in this place, sir. This one here, this 0 here. So scatter it into the audio signal, sir, and the audio signal is being sent. So what exactly happens is you get to hear the audio, sir. A human ear can perceive this audio, sir. It gets embedded completely, and I send it to the receiver. The receiver receives the information, he extracts the image, sir. This is what is my project about, embedding ciphertext in audio signal using steganography. And this technique has been used in 9/11, sir. It has been done in image steganography, sir. So it took around 6 to 7 years for them to know that it has been done through a process called steganography. Then Obama has done the same in audio steganography, sir. They've used Pakistan has used image steganography, sir. Obama has used audio steganography, sir. The future of this is in video, sir. And the result goes like this, sir. This is the text I want to write here. And the text I write it in here, sir, and I select an audio file, sir. Once I select the audio file, this any of the wave files, sir. So I select the wave file and I click embed text, sir. Click to hide text. Once I click this, the image, the text converts into ciphertext and it gets hidden, sir. The key is already inbuilt, sir. I give it as 3, 4, 100, anything. It's my wish. So once the text gets hidden and new wave file gets created, sir. So the new wave file is this, sir. Now the receiver has to recover the text. So he clicks the option called recover text. Recover text and he'll select the audio file, sir, through the newly generated audio file. This is the audio file, sir. Once he generates the audio file, he'll get back the text, sir. We've just given it as hello world. There, it will be their own message. And the applications nowadays, it's been using JNTU for sending the question papers to all the colleges, sir. In JNTU, SRM and BIT and all, they embed the question paper under an image also, and it's been sent, and all the colleges extract the image, sir. That is how question papers are generated in all the colleges. Yes, sir. The pass will be sent to the college, and with that they'll extract the question papers.
So what we see with our eyes is only for a particular frequency. Below that, which we can't see, sir. So for that, we use this Eulerian video magnification method, sir. In this, actually, we take the input video, sir. That video will be converted into frames. So each frame will do spatial decomposition. In spatial decomposition, we use Laplacian pyramid techniques. In Laplacian pyramid, for each frame which we have taken, the Laplacian will be constructed. In that, what happens is, we'll do low-pass filtering, sir. The low-pass filtering which we do, the image gets smoothed, and the edges will get preserved. So, the motion where it is there, the edges will be preserved, sir. Then we go for temporal processing. In temporal processing, we do bandpass filtering. So in bandpass filtering, what happens is, suppose we want to see the pulse which we have, sir, in motion, that will be having a range of some 0.4 hertz something, sir. So that bandpass, we put that frequency range which we want according to the application. That will be taken out. The interest will be given to that. Then with the amplification factor, how much amplification we want to see that motion clearly. So we'll multiply it with the amplification factor. And that what image we got, and with the original frame which we have, we reconstruct the frame with amplified motion. And the frames are converted into video. So when we play the video, we can see that invisible motion. A7 bed flows. So this is the input, sir. This is the output. You will find color changes. Arithmetic and logical instruction. Pictures and the efficiency will be decreased. So just take a video of 5 seconds like that, sir. So if you process it with that loose, you can see that. Normally we can't, it won't be that much effective detect. So with this we can detect, then only that screw can be tightened and then the vision will be, so it can be restored back. Don't know, sir, we have to see. Yeah, we'll try, sir.
Maybe thinking that
Yes, sir, we'll try. Yes,
based data. Generally, election voting system have two types, ballot box and EVM. Nowadays, we are using electronic voting machine EVM. Why? Because we are using EVM means ballot box having many disadvantages like time-consuming process and human errors. So and the rigging process. To overcome this, the EVMs are established. But by using EVM also, there is disadvantages like rigging. So to overcome the rigging also, we developed fingerprint-based EVM. In this fingerprint-based EVM, we are using fingerprint module and microcontroller, and this is a 16x2 LCD resolution. Improved version of EVM. In this EVM, there is no fingerprint model. Just buttons are there. By using the button, rigging fake words are done. Like instead of some other person, where other person will use their vote. Because using this fingerprint model, that person must be there at voting. So this is a main advantage. So I will show the output. Sir, put your finger. So first enroll, sir. Any finger, sir. Reverse. Successful. Your ID is 0, sir. In the process of voting, we can identify. Once again, put your finger, sir. At the time of voting. Yes, sir. Very well. Select the case. So we can see the result in this terminal also. And second time voting also not there, sir. Try now. Unauthorized will be displayed. There is no path. This is the main advantage. Assembly elections and president elections.
Android and Arduino.
This is the new one.
Switch it on. Yes, mobile and any Android device. So it is many Android devices are available in the market, low cost, 3,000. So we are connected an Android device for Arduino board to data cable first. Okay. When we give commands from the web page, on TV, the message has been sent to mobile and Android device. Then TV has been switched on. The same manner, whatever we want, we can switch them on. Fan. So you can operate our home appliances globally.
There is information system, the biometric system, fingerprint will be taken to the database. And if it is matched in the database, then only access will be granted. If unfortunately if you get any stars in the windows, it won't give you access to the compared to while comparing it to database. Even if this permission system is similar, there will be stars and due to accidents and everything. Actually, and this is a solution of projects. What is the solution? Previous police manuals will take a mathematical risk. We'll segment using the integration system, and data gain was has limits. We can't first find it.
First it converts into black and white image, and again it is segmented. Then as part of the latest technique came, it is an original image, and we are actually dividing into small number of segments. You can see small segments are there. It is divided on the basis of intensities. What we have done is, there are so many number of segments. The time complexity is more than the efficiency also less.
what we have done, we have applied our own technique. Actually, we have downloaded Super Pixels code from the internet and we have changed the values so that the number of segments will be less. After that, we applied the same technique to our image and we will get the less number of segments. So actually, in Super Pixel, the efficiency is 45% only. What we have done, we have increased the efficiency up to 85% by applying our technique.
What actually happened?
So from there, we have reduced by pilot level method, we actually started doing the process. After that, we have